Your first $100,000 is the turning point. Before that, progress depends mostly on how much you can save. After it, compounding and time start doing more of the heavy lifting. In this video, you'll see why 100,000 is such a big milestone, how to reach it faster, and what changes once you cross it. Let's start with the shape of progress. In the early years, the line feels slow because most of the growth is your own contributions. As the balance grows and more weeks and months pass, the curve begins to steepen. That's the compounding effect, returns building on prior returns. The point where you first reach 100,000 is where your money starts to noticeably work back for you. Think of 100,000 as scale. Below it, the biggest driver is your contribution habit, the amount and the consistency. After it, market growth can rival what you're adding, especially if you stay the course through ups and downs. The lesson isn't to chase perfect timing. It's to build a simple system that lets you remain invested long enough for compounding to matter. Here's the comparison that makes it click. The first 100,000 is built mostly by what you contribute. The second 100,000 contains a larger slice of investment growth because the base is bigger. Your weekly deposits still matter, but the portfolio begins to help itself. So how do you reach the first 100,000 faster, without gimmicks? Focus on controllables, automate transfers on payday, keep fees and churn low, avoid expensive debt, or address it calmly so it doesn't erase progress. Protect a small emergency buffer so surprises don't force you backwards. Returns are a bonus you can't schedule. Contributions are the habit you can schedule. Time matters, but so does the weekly amount. A simple time to 100,000 chart shows this clearly. At 0%, the timeline depends only on how much you deposit each week. With a long-run 7% assumption, the timeline shortens, reminding you that size and consistency of transfers matter, while acknowledging that real-world returns vary. A practical structure that survives busy weeks is this: 2 transfers every payday. One goes to near-term savings, your buffer and short-dated goals. The other goes to long-term goals. Keep both amounts modest enough to continue during tight months. After each pay rise, nudge the amounts up slightly. Boring and automatic beats intense and irregular. Cadence keeps you calm. Track your net worth monthly to see direction, and review the plan quarterly to make small adjustments. Between those check-ins, let automation run in the background. Most progress comes from what happens on autopilot, not from constant tinkering. For context, after 100,000, the rule of 72 offers quick intuition. Divide 72 by an assumed return to estimate years to double. At 7%, that's roughly a decade. It's not a promise, just a guide to why staying invested and staying consistent can be powerful over time. What changes after you pass 100,000? 3 things. Mindset: accept normal market swings and zoom out to years. Mechanics: automate contributions and keep your setup simple so there's less to fix. Measurement: stick to your cadence so short-term noise doesn't push you off course. Common detours to avoid include switching strategies too often, chasing hot tips, reacting to daily news, and letting contributions stall. The antidote is a plan you will actually follow, and small, steady increases you hardly feel. Your first 100,000 is the biggest milestone because it flips the math in your favor. If you want a straightforward step-by-step process built for Australians, download the free ebook linked in the description and start implementing today. Momentum beats motivation,